Hello guys, welcome to Pepcoding, and now we are going to discuss the next question, that is concatenated words. Okay, so let's see what is the question is. So we have been given an string array of name words, and what we have to do is we have to return all the concatenated words in the given list of words. So we have to like push all the concatenated words in that particular list, and what we have to do is we have to return it. Okay, and what are the concatenated words? So concatenated words are those words which are created by concatenation of at least two shorter words. So we have to concatenate two shorter word, and if after concatenation, if one concatenated word is created and which is similar to that particular words in the list, then what we have to do, we have to push it into this list and we have to return it. So let's understand this question more clearly. So let me go to the open mode and let's discuss out here. Okay, so what is the question? Concatenated word. Okay, suppose we have been given one string that is of cat, dog and cat dog. Okay, suppose this is our uh, list. Okay, so what we have to do, so how can you achieve this? You can achieve this by cat plus dog. If you do the concatenation of these two shorter string, then what we can get, we can get cat and dog, and this is actually similar to this string. So what we have to do, we have to create one list and we have to add that particular element into the list. Okay, so this is what we have to do in this question. Okay, so let's see for some bigger test case. Okay, so let me take one more string, that is cat, dog, cat, dog, 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 cat. Okay, suppose this is now our string. Okay, and let's do take one tat also. Okay, not toy. Okay, suppose this is our whole string array. Okay, so what we have to do, so let's see, can we find this? Yes, if we do the concatenation of these two, cat plus dog, then what we can get, we can get this element. Okay, so this is this. Can we find this? If we do the concatenation with cat plus dog plus cat, then what we can get, we can get this string. So we have to add these all concatenated word into that particular list. Okay, so these are the concatenated words. This is what we have to return in the end. Okay, so this is this, and if we do the concatenation with dog plus dog, then we can get this. So in this question, what we have to do is we can we can concatenate any word multiple times. So these are some ground rules, okay, which you needs to see it. Okay, so we can use multiple time, n number of times any words. Okay, so suppose we have to use the cat 5 times, so we can use the cat 5 times, then we can use dog, then again we can use cat. So these are the ways how we have to concatenate. Okay, so suppose in this question what we are doing, first we are taking the cat, then we are taking dog, then again we are taking cat. That means we are taking it multiple times, so we can take this. Okay, but we cannot take the half. Suppose we are taking C for cat and OG for dog, so we cannot do these type of thing. If we are taking one string, then we have to take it complete one string. Okay, so we cannot take it partially. Okay, these are some rules which you needs to follow while solving this question. Okay, so let's see it. So we are getting dog plus dog, that is dog, dog. Okay, and you can see it, this string is actually this. Okay, and let us see for the next one, that is dog plus cat, dog plus cat. Okay, so what is this? This is actually this string, dog plus cat. Okay, so this is what we have to return. So we have to fill all these element into a list and we have to return it. Okay, so this is what the whole question is. Okay, so let's discuss for the test case which we have been given in the question. Let me take this from the question. So this is our question. So let me take this snippet and let's discuss this question, this test case. Okay. So how we can receive this? So what we will do is, first I'm going to add cats plus dog plus cats. See, this is cats, we have taken cats, then this is dog, we have taken dog, then again we have taken cats. Then what we can get? We can get cats, dog, cats. This is the concatenation, and this is present in this list. That is uh, cats, dog, cats. See, so we have to add this into a list and we have to read it. Okay. Now let's see for the second one. That is dog. If we will concatenate dog with cats plus dog, then what we can get? We can get this string. That is dog, cats, dog. Okay, so we can get this string. Now let's see for the next one. That is rat plus cat plus dog plus cat. If we are going to concatenate all these strings, then what we can get? We can get rat, cat, dog, and cat, and that is this string. And in I can show you here. Okay, and this is rat, and this is dog, this is cat, and all are the string are covered. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So there are some rules. Let me sum up all these things. So if let me write this. So we can use any word n number of times. Okay, n number of times. First rule is we can use any word n number of times. The second rule is we have to take word completely. Okay, if we are using one word, so we have to use that particular word completely. Okay, we cannot take it partially. The third rule is, see, suppose we are concatenating x with y and we are getting z. Okay, suppose in this example I can take this one, that is cat plus dog equals to cat's dog. Suppose this is the example. This is our x, y, and z. So if we are doing like this, the length is of x is always smaller to the z. The length of x is always smaller to the z. The length of y is always smaller to the z. This is the must condition. The length of x is smaller than the length of z. So in this case, what is the length of z? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is the length of x? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So these all are the individual length is smaller than the z. So this condition will also follow. Okay. So this is all the question part. So I will recommend you to please pause this video and go to the solution, and after that start watching this solution. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss the solution. How can we solve this question? Okay. So let me move to the next part. Okay. So suppose this is our string. So the first approach which you can thinking is by using a map. Okay, by using the map. So hash map, if we are doing in Java, so you can use hash map, and if you are doing in C++, then you have to use the unordered list, unordered map. Okay, so by using map you can do this, but that will be very difficult. Okay, so why? So you might be thinking like this. So if you are concatenate cat with dog, first take this scenario and you can get cat dog, and you can find it from this hash map, or you can ordered map. Okay, unordered map. So you can find in that unordered map. So if it present, then you what you will do is you will simply add that particular string into that list and you can return this. So this is how you might be approach. Okay, you might be thinking of approaching this type of question, but this can be very difficult actually. Okay, so why it is difficult? See, you have to take many cases. Suppose, let me change something more. I have used toy and I have used zoo. Okay, suppose I have used these word. So what you have to do, you have to create the cases. So first you have to concatenate with this, then this, then this. Then again you have to take these two string and concatenate with this and this. And yeah, one more case is also possible. You have you have so much of cases. Okay, so there might be also possible of like this: cat, 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 n number of times, and then dog, then dogs, and then toy. Suppose this is the case. Okay, so how much possibility you have to create? You don't know the actual number of count which each word can come. That word can come up to n number of times. Okay, so how many times you will take the cat, and again the how many times you will take the dog, then you have to add the toy. So this is pretty much difficult, so you can't do like this. Okay, so this will be difficult. So how can, instead of doing this, you can use tries. Okay, so you can use the tries, and we will see how to use the tries. We have already studied, like you have already seen 8 to 10 questions which we have solved in our portal. So first watch this, then after that start watching this question. Okay, so instead of just adding the whole word, what we can do is we can simply add one each and words. See, let me erase this. What you can do is, instead of like adding the whole word, you can simply add each word. Suppose these are our two string. Suppose cat is there and we are adding cat. Okay, so if you add, let's see, so then we are going to search it, is this prefix is present in the string. So what we will see, it is not present in here, it is also not matching, and you can see it here that it is matching. Then what we have to do, we have to move further, then we have to add a, then again I'm going to match this, again it is matching, then again I'm going to add t over here, then I'm going to add t over here, then you can see it like the whole word is matching. So this is how you can approach the question. Okay, so let's see for more cases. Okay, so let me take, I'm adding cat, now I'm going to add with dog. First I'm going to add d over here. When it this prefix will come, then it is going to search here. So if you will see, it is matching here, it is also matching here, it is not matching here. So again I will continue adding the words, then o is going to add, then again it is going to match here and here also, then again g I'm going to match, then again it is going to match here. Okay, so when this string is created, then it is matching. So what we have to do, we simply add this string, this particular string, into the list. Again I will start from the starting, that is start adding from cat. Again I'm going to add c. So if you will see, so one string is matching, so again I will continue for start concatenating the words, then I'm going to for t, then again it is matching, and we have able to find out this string. Okay, so this is how we can approach this type of question. So we have to create try. Okay, so you have already done the implementation part of the try, so let's create the try. Let's see this approach, how can we solve using this try. Okay, so in try, while creating the try, what we have to do is, there is one root node. Okay, there is one root, and we have to create the cat first. Let me just C A T. Okay, and this is the end, so we have to mark it and we have to cat over it. Then the second one is dog, D O G. So again what we have to do, we have to mark this as a dog. Okay, then I'm going to for the cat and then dog, T O G. Then I'm going to mark this as a cat dog. Okay, so this is, suppose this is our string, this is our try, and now how can we do this? We have to take the two pointer, that is the first pointer is current. Okay, the first pointer is current. So let me take it and let me put the name current. And the second pointer is n word. Okay, the second pointer is n word. So let's do this. Okay, now we can move this. So these are the two pointers which are pointing to the root element. Okay, now what we are going to do is I'm going to move this current to one end of the word. Okay, now the current is pointing to this word, and n word will always stay in the root. Okay, then I'm going to search it. So first I'm going to move current here, a new word here. So, is it matching? No, it is not matching. Then again I'm going to do I'm going to search here. Then again, is it matching? Yes. Then if it is matching, then what we have to do? We have to move the current into the next position and new word into the next position. And again, they are matching. So again, we have to do the same thing. Again, we move to the shift to the new position. Then again, they are matching, but here something different is happening. That means they have reached to the end part. See, you can see that they have reached to the end part. That means we have found our concatenated string. This is the condition where we explored our concatenated string. So what we have to do in this case, we have to push the current into the list. So we will simply push this current and we will push into this list. Okay, so this is how we are doing. So let me take for some bigger test case. So let me shift it here and let me take some more bigger test case, that is, again I'm taking CAT, cat. So let me mark it here. That will become cat. Okay, and let me take one more case, that is bat. Okay, now let me mark this over here, that is cat, bat. Okay, and let me do one more thing. I'm going to add over here bat, BAT. Now it is going to bat. Okay, now again we are starting from the beginning. So what is going to happen? First, the current is going to shift to the ending position of any word. Okay, then we have to start the searching part. Okay, so we have to create the two methods. The first method is going to shift the current to the new position, that is to the ending part of a new word, that is this word. This is the ending part, 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 this is the ending part. Okay, so again and again what is going to happen is we have to shift the our current, and then we have to do the searching part. And searching part will always start from the current position, and the new word will always point to the root node. Why it is always pointing to the root node? Because we can only concatenate with a new word. Okay, so we cannot start from a like middle of a word. We cannot start with. We are always concatenating with a starting point. Okay, that's why we are pointing to the root element. Okay, so again and again what I'm going to do, I'm going to search it. So first I'm going to search like this. Is it matching? Yes. Is it matching? Again, is it matching? Yes. Is it matching? Yes. And they have reached to the ending point. And if this is not the ending point of any of the element, then this is not our final string. So if this condition occurred, that means if they are to the ending point, then what we have to do is we have to add this element, add the current element into the list. So this is our list, and we have to add cat and cat. We are going to add the current. Okay, so again we have to start from the beginning, and we have explored this path. Now I'm going for the this part also. So now I'm going to see there. Again it is matching. Again it is matching, and again it is matching. So again what I'm going to do, I'm going to add cat dog. cat dog. Okay, so let me do for the next case. Again it will come here and it is going to come here. So again it is going to check for this case and none of them are matching. Then again what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the second method, that is to we have to change the position of current. Then what we have to do, current will going to point here. Okay, now again we have to start the searching part, that is it will come here and it will come here, but it is not matching. Then again it is going to for the next part, that is D, and again it is not matching. Then we again go back and then we are going to for this side. Then now it is matching, see, B and B. Then again we are moving to the next part, that is A and A. Again it is matching, and now we are moved to the next part, that is T and T. Again it is matching. Then what we have to do in this case, and they have reached to the end of the part, both of them are to the end part. Then what we have to do, we simply have to add the current, cat cat bat. Okay, then we have to add the current. Suppose let me take one more, let me change one case. If this type of condition occurred, that means instead of bat it is bats. Okay, instead of bat it is bats. Then what is going to happen, bats. Okay, suppose this is the case. Okay, now again we are checking, first checking for the B, again it is checking for the B. Then we move to the A part, again it moved to the next part, that is A. It is matching, so we have to move forward. Again it is matching, so we have to move forward. But now the current is the end part, but N word is not in the end part. That means this is not our concatenated word. Okay, so in this case we have to return because current will not go further. Okay, and this is not the ending part. Okay, so this is not our concatenated word, so we have to remove it from here. Okay, if it is bats. Okay, so you need to see this part. Okay, so again we have to do this and we have to move it here. So it has been checked here and here. So again it is going to come in this position, then whole searching is going to occur. Then we have to change the current position, that is this position, then our whole searching is going to happen. Okay, suppose this is the case like this. Okay, like F O G and it is S O P. Suppose this is the case, so it is also going to check this position also. Okay, because this is also the ending point of any word. So it is also the current will also occur in this position, and it will also come in this position, it will also come in this position, and it will also come in this position. So these all are the cases, and this is how our code is going to flow. So now let's move further. So this is our starting case. Let me shift it here, and now I'm moving further. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss in the terms of code. Okay, so how we are going to do the coding part. Okay, so in the beginning it is here. So now first we have to create one function, okay, of name search one. And what that function will done, what that function will do, it is going to shift our current pointer, okay, into the ending part. Okay, so first it is going to shift here, then it is going to shift here, here, then here, then here, then here. So it will shift our current pointer to the ending part. So let's write this. So I'm going to write the pseudo code. So function, and that is the name of this function is search one. This is our first searching. So it is going to receive our current. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write for each loop. So child, so child of current of childs, current of childs. So it is going to search for each array like this. So we are having this array and we are having this value like C is this, D is this, and B is this. That means the not null value. So if child is not equal to null, then what we are going to do, we are going to call the search one function again. Okay, so now our current will be this, then in the next iteration the current will be this, so again we are going to call this function only. Then again in the next iteration the current is in this position, and when we reach in this position then we have to start the next searching, that is with a new word. Okay, so first I'm going to complete this. That means we have to call the search one again, and the argument is child. Okay, now our current is child, and if we end to the ending position, so if current dot string, so how we know that we are in the ending position? So if you will see in this case, this is actually a one node class, okay, in which we have stored one array and one string. Okay, and what is that string? String is, in this case the string is null. Okay, because this is not the ending position, but in this case our string is cat. Okay, in this case also our string is dog. In this case our string is null, 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 and in this case bats. Again, in all the cases there is null, and in this it is cat, cat. Okay, so this is how we are like identifying like it is our ending point or not. So if current of string is not equal to null, that means it is the ending point. Okay, so what we have to do in this case is we have to call one method, that is search function. Okay, and what is what are the argument which we need to find? We need to pass the two argument, that is one current, so it is going to pass this current, and the second one is new word, and which will always point to the root element. Okay, so it will always point to the root element. So this is how we are going to do the implementation of one function. Okay, so let's do for the second function. Now I'm going to write this search function. So how can we write this? So let's move to the next part, and now I'm going to write the search function. So let's do this function search, and it is going to receive the two element, that is one current and the second one is n word. Okay, so what actually this function is doing, this function is checking current and as well as word. If they are same, then what we are doing, we are just simply changing its position. Suppose in this position, if the current is in this, so it is going to check with for the C. If the both C is same, then it is going to move here and the current is going to move here. Okay, then if the next word is same, then again it is going to change the position, and again if in the next position it is same, then it is also going to change the position. And when they are to the ending part, then we find our answer, that is our concatenated string. Okay, so let's write this. So how we are going to search it, we have to use one for loop, that is we have to iterate with I from 0 to 25. Okay, so we have to iterate from a to z, a to z. So what we are doing is we are going to iterate the each array, and if both of them has child, then what we have to do, we have to call our search function. Okay, so if current has child I and n word has child I, that means both the string are same. Like this also, this I also have child, this and this also I also have the child, then that means our character is actually the same. So what we have to do, we have to again call the search function. So I'm going to call the search function again, going to call the search function. And now what is our current? Current will be of current of child of I, current of I and n word of I. So this is our current and new word. So now this is our current and this is our new word. Again it is going to move, and it is going to iterate for all the array character. Then our first character is only the same, then again it is going to move in this position, and current is going to shift in this position, and again it is going to move in this position and this position. Now when we get the string and when both of them are in the ending position, okay, so if current is ending position, okay, if both of them are in ending position and n word is also ending position, if both of them are in ending position, then what we have to do, we have to simply add into the our answer. We have to answer dot insert. You can use insert or add. You have to add this in our answer. And what we have to add, you have to add the current dot string. Okay, so you have to add the current dot string, so you have to add this particular string if both of them are into the ending position. So now we have completed our search function, but there's one problem. We have not handled one special case. And what is that special case? Let's discuss it. Suppose we have to change, I have to change something. Suppose this is our string and the next string is 80. A T. So this is B, this is 80. Okay. And let me do the same thing, B A T. That is cat bat. So how we can get this string? So we can get cat plus B plus 80. That means cat bat. Okay, so this is how we can achieve this concatenated string. But if we are doing from this method, then we are never going to find it. Okay, so how can we find this? See, first it is in this position and this is this position. So when I'm going to reach here and new word is going to reach here, then they are actually matching, but they are not in the ending position. So it is not going to check for the next one according to this code, but we have to check. Okay, so if we are in this position and it will not move further, so again it is going to come here and here, and it is going to check for this. But this is wrong. We have to handle this case also. So what we have to do is, suppose we are in this position and new word is in this position. So what we have to do is, we have to start our searching again for the new word. Okay, now our new word will again come into the root, and then we have to search it. Okay, so let's write the code. So if n word is complete, if n word is complete, suppose in this position, like n word is complete, so what we have to do, we have to call the search. We have to again start the searching, and where will the current will remain into the current position only, and the new word will go to the root. Okay, this is how we have to search. Okay, so let's write on this same thing. So current will come into this position and it will come into this position, then this condition is going to hit, like n word is into the ending position. Then again we have to start the searching and new word will come here, then it is going to come in this position and current is going to shift here, then new word is going to shift here, and again it is going to shift here, and they have reached to the ending position, then this condition is going to hit. So this is what we have to do. So let's move to the coding part and let's code this. Okay, so we have to code this in C++. So let me choose C++ and let me do the full screen. Okay, now we have to start the coding. So first what we have to do, we have to create the try. This we already know how to create the try. Okay, so we have already seen in the last video also. Okay, so we already know this. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the for each loop in the words. So string s words. Okay, and I will create one insert function that is going to insert in our try. Okay, so in this I'm going to pass root as well as s. Okay, so let's create root also. So I'm creating the root as a static. Okay, because I'm going to use again and again node star. So I will also create one node star root, and let's create the node also, class node, and what are the variables in it. So I'm going to create one vector of type node, and the name of his child's string s, and I'm going to give the default values, that is resize, that is equal to 26, and again I'm going to give the, let's give str. Okay, string str. So now we have completed node, and let me do the public also. So we have completed our node class, and we have also defined the root, and I'm going to insert like in each string I am going to insert s in our try. Okay, so now let's do the next thing, that is I'm going to call the search, and first I'm going to call the search one. Okay, and I'm going to pass root, because see, let's see it here. What does the search one does? This is our search function. So actually what we have to do is we have to change the position of our current. Okay, we have to modify the position of current each and every time. So first current is pointing to this, then it will pointing to this, then again this, again this, and again this. Okay, and if we are in the ending position, then what we have to do, we have to call the search function. Okay, so we have to create these two methods. Okay, so let's do this. So let's create search one. So void search one, and what we are receiving in search one, we are receiving the current. Okay, so let's define the current, node star current. Okay, so we have also defined the current. Now what we are doing is we are searching in each child of a current, and if it is not null, then what we are doing, we are just using the recursive call. See, let me explain you this. First, the current is pointing to this. Okay, when search one is called, the current one is pointing to the root. Okay, then it will go move to this position. Then again what we have to do, it is not null, then we have to again call the search. Again I'm going to call the search, and when it will reach to the end, that means the string is not equal to null, that means the end of one word, then what we have to do in that case, we have to call another method, that is search. Okay, so let's do this. First what we have to do, we have to iterate. So node star, give the name as a child, and I'm going to iterate the current child. Okay, so each and every time I'm iterating the current child, and if the current child is not equal to null, if the child is not equal to null, ptr, that what we have to do, see, then we have to call the function. So again and again I'm going to call the search one. What and what will be our current? So we have to modify our current, that is actually the child only. Okay, so we also have to pass child. So we are modifying our child, but when we have to call the search, when we have to start the our searching, so if current str is not equal to blank, that means if it contains some string value, then what we have to do, we have to call our original searching. So we are going to call search, and we have to pass current as well as new word. and new word is always going to point to the root node. So I'm going to also pass the root. Okay, so this is our search. So let me create one more function, that is search. Okay, and it is receiving the two things. You can see it here. This is our search function. So it is receiving current and n word. So let me create this also. Is current as well as n word. Okay, so now let's see what we have to do. We have to iterate from 0 to 126, and we have to find the child, okay, of n word as well as current. First I'm going to use the for loop int I equal to 0, I less than 26, I plus plus. Okay, and if current childs of I is not equal to null, that means it contains some value. Okay, that means it contains node, and same new word of childs of I also not equal to null. Then what is this case? That means they both are equal, they both contain ith child. Then we have to simply call the recursive call. Okay, search, and what will be our child? Current will become current child of I, current childs of I, and what will become new n word? N word is going to find the ith child only. Okay, so we have completed this. Now what we have to do, we have to simply call our this function, that is we have to handle the base case. That do this. So if current of string is not equal to blank, if it is not equal to blank and n word of string is not equal to blank, this is what we are checking. That means they both are in the end position, like the both the string are not empty. So what we are checking in this position is we are checking like they both contain to the last position. Then what we have to do, now we find our, now we have discovered our answer. So now we have discovered our answer. So what we have to do, we have to put it into the list. But see, if you will put that answer into the list, there will be some duplicacy. Okay, so later on we are going to understand what kind of duplicacy I'm talking about. Okay, so in the end there will be some duplicacy. Okay, so we are going to discuss it, what kind of duplicacy will be. So first, for this, for rectifying that duplicacy, I'm going to take one unordered set of type string, because in this only duplicacy is not allowed in unordered set, so that's why we are taking the unordered set, and the name of this is, let me give the answer. Okay, so I'm going to insert in answer dot insert, and what I'm going to insert, current of string. Okay, so I'm going to insert the current of string. This is what we are doing, and then we have to handle the special case. Okay, so now we have to handle that special case. What is the special case? This, if n word is completed, that means if n word is in the end, n word of string is not equal to blank, that means it is in the end. So what we have to do, we have to again call the searching. Okay, so we have to again call the searching. Let me call the search, And what is the current? Current will only point to the current only. And what is the new word? New word will now point to the root element. Okay, so this is what we are doing. So now we have also completed the searching, and now we have to create this insert. Okay, so let me go there. So now what we have to do is we have to create this insert function in which we are going to create our try. So let's do this. So let me do this, and now I'm going to create this insert. And what that function contains, actually it receives node, root, as well as that string. Let me give the name current and string s. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to simply give the iterate that particular string. So I will start with 0. Okay, so I'm going to iterate that string dot length. This we have already seen in the our earlier videos. Okay, so we have iterated. Now I'm going to store in char s dot at I. Now I'm going to store this in character, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it if current of child of which of this position is not equal to null. That means, sorry, if that is equal to null, that means we have to store something into it. We have to store the node in this position. So now I'm going to store the node into this position, childs of ch of, let me find out the index, and now I'm going to store that particular node into this position, and now I am going to change the position of it. Okay, now the current is going to point current of ch minus a. Okay, now we are changing the current position, and at the end what we have to do, we also have to update this string. Okay, so current of string is equal to s. Now we have completed all our methods. Okay, so we have completed all the functions. Now simply what we have to do, we have to return an array list. Okay, so now I'm going to create one array list. Sorry, we have to return this vector. So I'm creating one vector of name result, and I'm going to take out all the strings, all the concatenated strings from the unordered map. So I'm using the for each loop, and I'm going to iterate into the unordered list, sorry, unordered set res, and I'm going to push back into our vector. So let me put st, and what I'm going to return is I'm going to return res, that is result. Okay, so let's check for the compile time errors. So it is coming this, so let me check for the, so we are not getting any input, so I think our try is not created. Let me check it. We are calling the insert. Let me check the insert. Root. Oh, so we have actually missed the root. Okay, so we have to create the root new node. Okay, so actually the root was not pointing to any element. So let me run it now, and it is running successfully. So now what we have to do is we have to see for the duplicacy. Okay, so why the duplicacy is coming in this code. Okay, so for duplicacy you can easily check it by how, see in which case it is coming duplicacy. Suppose I'm taking the example cat, dog, and the second example is bat. Okay, and let me take it cat dog and cat dog bat. Okay, suppose this is our example, and now we are going to find out the concatenated string. So what is going to happen is, how can we retrieve this string? This string is created by cat plus dog. Okay, so this string, if we concatenate these two string, then we can easily get this string. Okay, and how can we get this string? This string is simply we can able to find out by cat plus dog plus bat. Okay, so we can get this string, and also cat plus dog, cat dog plus bat. So by using these two things, we can easily get this string. So that's why this string is actually coming twice. This is why the duplicacy is coming. Okay, so now I think you can able to understand why the duplicacy is coming. So let me submit this and check for all the test cases, and all the test cases are running fine. So thank you guys for watching this video, and we will meet you in the next video.